Hello everybody, thank you all for coming. My name is Carl Hart. Today we're going to be talking about raised beds, how to build your own grow box. I'd like to start off with a couple little introductions. I'll do me, you guys, if you could just tell me a quick little blurb about yourself and what you're looking to gain today. I'd really appreciate it. My name is Carl Hart. I've been a father for going on almost 7 years, and throughout that time I've become a homeowner, and I really am interested in feeding my family good foods that I can grow myself. So that's kind of why I came up with this thing. I think it's great for everyone to learn. Greg, tell us a quick little spiel about yourself.
Thanks, Carl. I am here today just to kind of look into a hobby for myself. With the kids and the wife at home, a little time away. So looking into this.
Green Thumb.
Green Thumb, that's right.
And Zach, tell us about yourself, sir.
I'm Zach Kennedy, also father. Just looking to maybe get a hobby for me and my wife to do some gardening aspect.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming. Let's kick this thing off. So first, the objectives. I want to educate you guys a little bit, just kind of inform you really on how easy this is. So Greg, on a scale of 1 to 10, like how comfortable are you in a garden?
I'd probably say a 4.
4, yeah. Zach, yourself?
Strong 3.
Strong 3, like strong, like to quite strong?
Yeah.
Well, good guys, because when you leave here today, you're going to be 8s and 9s, potentially 10s. So when you really, to get it started, you want to look at what you're working with. So essentially, where are you going to put the garden? How much area do you have? Can you get to it? Is it easily attainable? Also the lighting. Are you getting the morning light and are you getting the afternoon light? Both are very important. And that puppy's going to need water as well. Also what you will need. So you're going to need wood of some sort. If you notice here on the slide I put cedar. The reason I put cedar is because it's clean wood, it's not woolmanized. Woolmanized is made up of material that could potentially get into your dirt, which could potentially get into your food, which could potentially get into your body. And I don't know if that's really what we're going for here. You need some hardware, nuts and bolts, screws, all that good stuff. Tools. As you can see, I have some here. And then you also need your soil. And you'll need a little bit of time. So next slide. So just a little quick chit-chat about the lumber. There's a lot of ways you can do it. If you do it with like a cedar or with a redwood, they're probably not going to have that at your big box Home Depot or something like that, so you probably would want to hit up your local lumber company. This one here, I got at Brookside Lumber right down the street. I went with cedar. There's no chemical in it. It's all natural. It smells great. You can get it pre-cut or you can cut it yourself. You also have to consider, can you haul it? Do you have a car? Do you have a truck? Do you have a Jeep? Do you have a way to get it there, or do you have to get it delivered? And will they deliver a small amount? And then just a quick little blurb about the woolmanized materials. What you see there, it's made with what's called CCA. You get copper, chromium, and also arsenic. Copper and chromium, really not bad for you. However, arsenic, as it gets wet and it gets in that water, it's not the best thing for you. The tools you'll be using, staple gun, if you ever want to put some plastic underneath. Hardware, you're looking at 3 to 4 inch drywall screws. Or what I used here was these wood to masonry screws with the toggle tops, very firm. Some type of saw. In this set, a skill saw. A hammer is never a bad idea. You have that fine gem here. Hammer things in, at least to get the board started. You got your hard plastic underneath so you can separate your normal soil from your clean soil. And then if you do have deer or raccoons and things like that, you may want some type of fence, or in this case some PVC that you can rail over the top and put a mesh top over that. And then with that, you just need some U-clamps to kick it in. So you guys got any questions so far? Everything sounded pretty good?
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. Next slide. Just more about the bolts and things like that, which is what I just did. Yeah, the 4-inch fence. That's why I wanted the 4-foot fence. That's something you can pick up at your big box, Home Depot or whatever. Essentially, put in 4 posts, fence around it like that. Deer will stay out of it. So, because around here, deer get in your stuff. Now we're going to talk about the soil a little bit. So with the soil, you really want organic matter. And organic matter it's not organic material. Organic matter is literally droppings and things like that from plants, trees, leaves, and it's also animal manure. Compost. So your compost is basically, you want to do that 1 part green, 3 parts brown. Green compost would compose of grass clippings, kitchen scraps. You can also use hair clippings. And then the brown, you're going to be using more leaves, shredded cardboard, shredded paper, paper towels, basically paper shredded up that's not overly chemical. When you actually build your box, in this case, we did a 4 foot by 8 foot. Used the cedar on that, and I got these 4 by 4 posts to put into the ground. We'll slam this puppy right into the ground here. But the question is how much dirt do you need? Do you guys have any clue how much dirt you think you need, Greg?
Couple bags.
A couple bags of dirt. How much you think's in 1 bag?
5 pounds.
5 pounds? Could be. I put a little simple formula up here. It's your length times your width times your depth. And in this case, we have 8 foot by 4 foot by what's usually 12 foot. You always want to take 2 inches off the top because you're not going to fill that part of your box. And what we have here is 32 cubic feet, or 320 cubic inches. Most bags from your big box place, if you go that route, you're looking at 2.5 cubic foot. So roughly 16 bags is what we need here. We're talking about $8 a bag. So guys, I want to give you a quick little demo on the piece real quick just to show you kind of how you put it together. And then if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I'll post this on YouTube for everyone. So basically what you have here, if you go to your hardware, not your hardware store, but your lumber company, a lot of the boards they sell in 12-foot boards. So in this case, when I plotted out my area, I found that 12 foot would give me 8 foot by 4 foot. So to keep things simple, I made it 8 foot by 4 foot. Basically had them cut up and then start putting them together. And then also these 4x4s, that comes in 12 foot as well. You cut that 4 ways, you get, that comes 8 foot, and you get 2 foot posts. You can bang those into the ground. All we do is cut those, bottom up. You want to make it as flush as you can. Yes, you can probably use your hand, or yes, you could use a square, which is basically an L-shaped type measuring device. And then all I did there is I took the 3 1/4 inch galvanized screws and just put 2 in each board, 2 in this board, 2 in this board, 2 in this board. Very simple stuff. And then once that's done, then you have options. So the next step would pretty much be you would take this piece to your plot of land where you're putting it, get it into the ground. And then what you want to do is that you want to take like a hard plastic and layer the bottom of it with that, and if you need to put staples or brad nails into the sides here, that will hold it down and keep your soil separate. So you have your clean soil that you're putting in yourself, and then you don't get any, you don't get anything from the ground. Besides that, that's really it. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to add soil, you're going to add your seeds, and you're going to let that puppy grow. We're not going to be doing that this time of year, of course. You're going to wait till the spring. You could plant lettuce and some root right now, but most growers say to wait. If you're planning on growing carrots or potatoes or beets or any type of root, you do want at minimum 12 to 14 inches of dirt. So for varmints and deer and all that good stuff, one thing you can do is you can do the 4 foot fence, which we talked about. You can also take this bendable PVC, put your clamps on the side of your box, pull it over, put a meshing material over that. However, I do feel like they would just kind of cave that in. I've not tested that yet. And also you can buy a coyote urine that you can spread all around this thing that sometimes keeps animals away. So, with that being said, let's sum it up. So Greg, what do you know? What do you know about all this good stuff? What have we come up with here?
Some takeaways for me would definitely be the cedar. I thought that was very interesting, just the different types of wood and things like that. I never thought about how that could affect me. And then also just how to build my framework here, and then the overall just different ways of preventing any type of vermin or anything like that to get in, I think is good way to start. And then also the formula you have for the length, width, and depth. Very helpful.
All right, excellent, man. Yeah, it's real simple stuff. I didn't know about that wood either. I went digging around and started reading some stuff, and there's two schools of thought. One is it's not going to do anything to you because there's no fact that says it will. However, if you get arsenic in you, you know what I mean, there is fact that that's probably not great for you. Zach, anything for you, man? Anything you didn't get or anything you're happy that you got?
Definitely the chemicals in the wood. Wasn't really thinking about that getting into my food until just now.
Yeah.
And then the bags of dirt. Like how I didn't really think I was going to say like 5 or 6 bags. I was pretty far off. So.
Yeah, you need a certain amount. I mean, if you're going to grow things in that dirt that grow down, like root, I mean, you need more dirt. But I think if you have 12 inches, you can pretty much grow anything you want. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you being part of this. I'm sorry about the cold. Thank you so much, and good luck growing. Grow your own, bro.
All right.
Thanks, guys.